Namaste everybody. This video is just going to be a little bit about back bending. Like everything else, back bending takes time to work up to, so you have to practice. For me, after running and weightlifting, back bending has been the most difficult thing to do, the most difficult place to develop flexibility. So you have to really be patient and be gentle and kind with yourself. The last thing you want to do is injure your back. That could be bad. So go very slow, go very gently. But there are some postures that can help working up, coming to work up into Dhanurasana, which is a full back bend. The first thing we're going to do is Surya Namaskar, which is sun salutations. So that's always the way I open my practices, well, with centering and then some of the kind of warm-ups. But sun salutations is really how you start to awaken the body. And for something like back bends, you really want to make sure you warm up properly. So finding Tadasana at the front of your mat, bring your feet not necessarily together, a little space between. Really engaging all of your toes, pressing through the four corners of your feet, evenly distributing your weight. Tighten your quadriceps, tighten your core, roll your shoulders back and down. Chin is level, gaze is soft. Inhaling, bring hands to heart. Exhaling, pulling belly button into spine, squeeze all of the air out. Inhaling, bringing arms out to the sides, coming up. Just take a little bit of a stretch here. Doesn't have to be huge. On the exhale, hinging from the hips, getting close to the wall, keeping your knees bent if you need to. And just kind of hang out here, let the head be heavy. Breathe into the hamstrings. Hamstrings and back are completely connected. Literally, if you have tight hamstrings, you're probably going to have a tight lower back. So just keep your knees bent and just kind of let this be where it wants to be. Breathe into it, go slowly. Take a big inhale. On the exhale, press hands into the mat. We're going to step left foot back, coming into a high lunge, sinking the hips down. If this is uncomfortable, you can always drop that back knee. So if not, you can engage that back foot, take a big breath in, look up. Exhale, step it back, coming into plank, straight line all the way from shoulders to heels. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hinge forward on the toes, tuck arms in, lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Now we're going to lower all the way down this time, bring knees to mat, and we're just going to come into a nice Bhujangasana, this is a Sphinx pose. So first, taking the Sphinx, and then we'll move into Cobra. So bringing hands down to the mat, spreading the fingers, pressing into the elbows, breathing into that lower back, activate the back feet. If you need more, you can start to work upward, straightening the arms, coming into Bhujangasana or Cobra. Rolling shoulders back and down, breathing into the lower back. Take a big breath in. Exhale, just push it back. Come to Balasana, Child's Pose. Let chest melt between the knees. Bring forehead to mat. It's always important to kind of reverse these postures with back bends. Going the counter posture, it really helps to kind of restore alignment in the spine and really make everything go back to where it belongs. Take a big breath in. On the exhale, coming through our tabletop, pressing up and back, downward facing dog. 3 full breaths. Keeping knees bent, just kind of walking the dog. Pressing the hands into the mat. On the inhale, looking forward. Exhale, slowly walking feet into hands. Keeping knees bent if you need to. That's okay. Let torso be heavy, let the head hang. Take a big breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bringing arms out to the sides, coming up. Maybe take a little bit of a back bend here. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. So typically repeat sun salutations about 3 to 4 times. There's different variations of those. I'll go through it one more time. The full sun salutations with upward facing dog instead of Cobra, but you can take whatever feels best for you. So coming to Tadasana again, inhaling, hands to heart. Exhaling, air out. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, fold. Bending your knees if you need to, it's okay. Holding here, take a big breath into the hamstrings. Exhale, step right foot back, coming into our lunge. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step it back into plank. So from here, straight line, shoulders all the way to heels. Big breath. Exhale, hinge forward, tuck elbows in, lower down, 6 inches off the ground. Inhale, activate those legs, coming into upward facing dog. Great, great back opener here. So hold this maybe for a couple of breaths, and then when you're ready, inhale, exhale, up and back, 3 full breaths in downward facing dog. So, going through those sun salutations helps to warm up the body, helps to prepare your back for bending. We'll take a couple of other postures and then we'll move into Dhanurasana, upward facing bow. So one of the most popular is Camel Ustrasana. So for beginners, just bring your knees about shoulders width apart, get long in the torso, shoulders moving back and down. Inhaling, open up the heart, let the head just kind of hang back, bring the hands to the lower back. You don't want to force it. Just kind of let this help you support. 3 to 5 breaths there. Or maybe coming into full camel, just dropping one hand down. If you want to come into half camel, letting the chest open. Maybe bring the arm up. Full camel, dropping the other arm. Now this is important because opening up through the chest, that's important. That's key for Dhanurasana, for upward facing bow. Big breath in. Exhale, coming up. So that's another really, really good one. Coming onto the stomach, lowering down, bringing hands to ankles, to feet, if I can get them. This is another bow posture, and it's a quadricep and back opener as well. Inhaling, pressing feet into hands, peeling that chest up off the mat, really arching through the back. Strong, strong. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Big breath. Exhale with control. Lower down. Again, you're going to want to stretch out. Come into Balasana. Sink it down. Hold that for a few breaths. So those are a couple of really good back opening postures. Upward facing dog is probably one of my favorites. So the next one we're going to do is Settubandhasana, which is bridge pose, and then full Dhanurasana. So to move into Settubandhasana, we're just going to use our core, plant our feet nice and firm, lower down, walk the heels into the bottom, hands on the mat, knees together like there's an invisible band holding them together. Inhaling, peeling the spine up off the floor, keeping the gaze up at the ceiling. Big full breath. Really pushing those hips to the sky, pressing into the mat with the feet and the hands. Lowering down. Option 2, if you need a little more. Inhaling, rolling hands underneath body, rolling those shoulders under, interlocking the fingers, pressing into the feet. Inhaling, lifting hips towards the sky, keeping gaze up to the ceiling. Big full breath. If you feel like you can always bring the hands to the lower back. And that feels nice, really helps to open up. And then with control, release, roll the arms out. Inhale, knees to chest, take the counter move. Just kind of rock back and forth. And now moving into full Dhanurasana. So for this posture, you need to have an open chest. You gotta have an open back. It takes time, but it just takes time. So for Dhanurasana, you're gonna bring the hands right by the ears, elbows facing up to ceiling. Walk the feet in towards the bottom. So from here, you're gonna start to press evenly with the feet and with the hands, and simultaneously start to lift up, pressing into feet and hands. You can walk the feet in if you need a little bit more. Hold this for 3 to 5 breaths. There's some people who don't have the flexibility in the chest, and they can only come right here on the head. That's okay as long as you're not putting the entire weight of your body on your head. Really press into the fingers. See if you can find that space in the back. Big breath in. Exhale. Lower down. Take the counter posture, knees into the chest. Rock it side to side. So that's Dhanurasana, that's upward facing bow. Another thing I like to do, just because it feels wonderful and it also helps to open the back, just some gentle belly twist, inhaling, exhaling, dropping legs over, holding this for 3 to 5 breaths. You can always cross one leg over the other. It's a nice opening through your sacrum and your hip. Breathing here. Inhaling back up, crossing the other leg if you did so on the opposite side. Exhaling, over, grounding down in that back shoulder, not letting it come off the mat. And breathe. Big full breath and inhaling up. So that's the beginning of Dhanurasana, Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow. It takes lots of practice, it takes lots of time, and it's an investment really. It's little by little. The full Dhanurasana is the Ashtanga version, which is the drop back and the pull up. Just to show what that looks like coming to, again, your Tadasana, foam mat. Like we did in sun salutations, we're going to inhale and really try to create space in that spine, going up first, then backward. If you're starting out with this and you want, create that space upward, keeping the wall behind you, leaning back, finding the wall, walking down, walking up. That's a good way to kind of start the process. But if you're ready to explore and try the drop back, inhale, arms up, exhale, empty. Inhale, up first, creating the space. Trying to have some control. A couple of breaths here, and then we're going to slightly turn the toes out, which helps me. So start to shift your weight forward, turn the toes out, arms up, and back to standing. So again, takes lots of time, lots of practice.